Welcome to my video. The credit cycle has turned down. The growth rate of bank lending is decelerating sharply. In May 2023, the annual growth in US bank credit slowed to just 1%, down from 9.5% in July 2022. The growth in bank loans to businesses, consumers, and real estate developers has declined considerably from their recent peaks. Therefore, it is fair to say that the credit cycle has turned downwards. As experience has shown on many occasions, a slowdown in bank credit growth spells trouble. Why? In today's unbacked paper money or fiat money system, bank lending artificially decreases market interest rates, while simultaneously increasing the money supply. The increase in bank lending, which is not backed by real savings but comes out of thin air, depresses the market interest rate, compared to a situation in which the credit supply had not been increased. And whenever banks grant new loans to consumers, producers, and government entities, they increase the money supply. In other words, in a fiat money system, banks do not transfer existing savings from the saver to the borrower, but quite literally create money balances whenever they extend new credit. The inconvenient truth is that in a fiat money system, bank lending is inflationary in the sense that it leads to an artificial expansion in the money stock. As long as banks continue to lend and expand the money supply and the market interest rate falls, the economy will be pushed along and consumption and investment increase. Once the creation of additional bank credit slows down, let alone goes into reverse, the proverbial punch bowl is taken from the party. Interest rates rise, money supply growth declines or falls, and the illusionary boom created by ever more credit and money supplied at low interest rates ends. You might say, haven't people been waiting for the recession that never came for quite some time now? Maybe it won't come at all. This is indeed a good point that cannot be dismissed out of hand. However, there is the time lag issue, which argues that it may be too early to dismiss recession concerns. The reason is that monetary policy measures take time to show their full effects. From this perspective, the consequences of the series of interest rate hikes by the US Central Bank and other central banks worldwide are just beginning to show, and that much more downward pressure on bank lending and money expansion must be expected. Suppose you, dear viewer, agree with such an interpretation. In that case, and if we give a soft landing scenario a low probability, we should conclude that the popping of the current boom is a done deal and a bust is actually inevitable. Of course, we cannot say exactly when things will turn sour. And we do not know how quickly central banks will respond to increasing stress in the economic and financial system. The currently elevated consumer goods price inflation keeps central bankers hawkish. However, consumer goods price inflation is already declining, and it will likely continue to slow substantially due to the interest rate-driven slowdown in monetary expansion, or the contraction in the US money stock M2. Should the drop in the money supply continue as banks become increasingly unwilling and/or unable to extend new loans, a deflationary effect, that is, downward pressure on consumer, producer, and asset prices, such as real estate and stocks, cannot be ruled out. However, any signs of a slowdown in economic activity would open the door for central bank councils to abandon their rate hiking spree and move to an easier monetary policy. In this sense, the unfolding downturn of the credit cycle may be seen as an early indicator for a return to a low interest rate regime in the not too distant future. The jitters accompanying a credit cycle downturn or central bank countermeasures make holding at least some physical gold a good idea. Thank you very much for your attention. If you enjoyed the video, Please like and share it, ring the bell and follow my channel.